Hello and welcome. This is your amazing priest, madbrro, guys, and today I am going to show you exactly what all of my talents do and how they're useful within a PvP environment. First of all, Psyfiend. Psyfiend I mainly use after a good fear goes off and then someone else trinkets it and then immediately put the Psyfiend down. That way they can't fear the second Psyfiend or the second fear, and it just keeps fearing them and you have that much more time to do whatever you want to them. Angelic Feather. It's great for moving around really fast if you need to get somewhere and you can't mount up yet. Like if you're in arenas and you have to kite something, you might as well feather. Or as Trevor calls it, flower power. But feathering is always a fun thing to do, and it completely screws with your opponents. From darkness comes light. Every now and then, after you cast some of your spells, you get this thing called From Darkness Comes Light. It will give you an instant flash heal that costs no mana, no nothing, completely free. Good if you're low on health and low on mana. Spectral guys, I use sometimes. I probably need to use like a lot more. But it's like a quick vanish for priests for 3 seconds just to confuse somebody, to get them off your back for a little bit. Divine Insight. Every time I cast Penance, I get a free bubble, no mana, no nothing. Completely free. I stay alive. And the Divine Star, you have to face in the direction you want to be facing. And then it heals and does damage to the people in front of you, and then it comes all the way back and does the exact same thing. Now throughout this BG, you will see exactly what I mean about what I'm doing. Sometimes I do actually join in and start attacking the targets depending on who they are and how many are actually here. Fear once. Lichborn comes. Psyfiend down. And then that second fear comes into play and he can't do shit. And here we are. Now with this DK, because he Lichborn, I messed up. So he got out of that second fear. But on normal targets, that would have worked perfectly. See? And then whenever my flash heal procs, I get that instant flash heal, no mana, no cost, perfectly fine. And then bubble, or feathers. I can catch up with the target if they're running from me, and if I want to get a killing blow, and I can just go. Now he's targeting me, and I want him off of me. I'm gonna drop my fear. Do that. Inner Focus for Disc Freeze. If you hit it and then within that period of time you can cast Greater Heal, Prayer of Healing, or Flash Heal. It's basically like the aura thing for Pallies where they can cast it and it's impossible to interrupt them or silence them in that little period of time. It's great for whenever you're trying to get big heals off and there's a lot of damage going on. Alright, I'm gonna fear this DK again. Power Word Barrier. Power Word Barrier comes into play when you have a big mass of people that are taking a lot of damage and you want to reduce their damage as well as yours at the same time. You can also put your pain suppression on people and add more defense on top of Power Word Barrier if they're in it as well. I'm gonna place my fear again and see who trinkets. I'm gonna trinket that fear. See, after every penance, one free bubble. I'm gonna fear everybody. Hope these healers go down. Free flash heal. Free bubble. And then if someone's on you, you could just probably spectral guys out of that, and you see how I move just a little bit and got it, made it so they couldn't target me anymore. And then right there, right whenever I switched his health, I did Void Shift. Void Shift enables the priest to switch his health to somebody else who's low on health. And then, if you heal fast enough, then you can get yourself back up as well before a target actually comes for you instead. I'm gonna pain suppress this guy because he's taking a lot of damage and I'm asleep and I can't do anything about it. Alright. Always be paying attention to what exactly is happening. Then inner focus comes into play because there's a good amount of people over here who can silence me. And I do it once, and then my teammate is back to full health. Nah. Dispel her. Alright, gonna fear these people. Never mind, I lied. See? Even during guides, things can go wrong. I'm gonna kill that pet, because this pet's annoying everybody. Alright. I'm gonna use feathers, because I can't mount up yet, and I'm trying to get over here. Now I'm gonna fear this healer, because, you know, everybody needs to kill a fucking healer. And bam, this card's now ours. And then this is Divine Star, just shooting it out in front of you, and it comes back, and it did damage to him and healed everybody in front of me. If I were to pick for, like, Battlegrounds, I would honestly pick Cascade, because it heals a big group of people and you don't have to aim it. But Divine Star, it basically, it's good. It does damage and it comes back and heals you too. Cascade heals like the whole freaking group around you. It's more for PvE or RBGs, and Divine Star is more for 2s or 3s. And then Halo, I in my opinion, it's more of a damage ability than it is for anything else. Because the further you are away from somebody, the more damage or healing is going to end up doing. So that's more of a positional thing too, as well as Divine Star. But if you can get good at Divine Star, good for you. You know.
Countered.
The other talents that I would suggest in arenas would be Void Tendrils. Void Tendrils is basically, it gets everybody in one little... It grips everybody. It roots everybody in place for like 5 seconds. And it works. And if you need to get some distance away from somebody, then it works totally. And then, whatever. But I prefer Siphon just because I can get them feared. Like, they trinket it and I get them right after another fear. Remember guys, this is all from my point of view, and like my PvP experiences from what I think are best. It could be different depending on your playstyle, but yeah. I don't think we're winning, so I guess anything we can do right now is going to do something. I'm going to Divine Star right there. Get everybody and heal everybody. I'm going to get everybody topped off. I'm gonna fear this dude. The Shadow Priest is getting really annoying.
Trinketed.
I'm gonna put my Siphon down again. They trinketed. And then I'm just gonna start mass dispelling people. If you have the glyph for mass dispel, then you can dispel a Pally Bubble and a Mage Ice Block, and that's extremely helpful in arenas, because then if you can do that immediately, then a healer or like an off healer doesn't have time to actually heal them up before you kill them, because at that point you know they're gonna be panicking because they ice blocked their bubble, or they're extremely stupid not to do it like in time of panic.
Dispersion down.
But me, I'm kind of being hypocritical at the moment because I'm not spec'd, or I'm not glyphed for mass dispel. So I have to deal with the shitty moments in arenas. I mean, you win some, you lose some, and you get used to it.
It's
Simon 400. Shadow Fiend. Psychic Scream.
After his battleground, I'll get more into my, I'll get more into my glyphs and what I'm glyphed for compared to what everyone else is glyphed for. Gonna throw my fiend out, see if I can get some extra mana. I just realized I'm running really low. But damn it, I want to be the top healer, and that's why I'm trying so hard. You should all try to be the top healer. Oh, damn. Well, one of our healers is gonna die. Get him out of here.
Simon.
And the Alliance won, and I was top heals for the Horde. 0 KB, 0 deaths, but still. Top heals, decent. Alright, here we are in Tanaris. This is where I enjoy making random videos, and it's peaceful. It works. Fitting, right? Alright, here we are. Tanaris. Now, what I've glyphed into is I've glyphed Renew, because it heals for like 33% more, and that's always good for arenas. You know, I can get a little bit more heals for what you can. I've used the glyph of Penance because it allows me to penance while moving, and it's good for mobility. And then I've used my glyph of Power Word Shields because 20% of the absorb is converted into my healing. So again, more healing for me. But no. Not really sure how much of how good this guide actually was for any of you, but that's what I enjoy. I guess I can go over some more of the other talents. Some of the other talents that I use for my priest are, let's see. You want to use Archangel. Archangel, whenever you use it, if you can smite 5 times, you get 5 stacks of Archangel. And whenever you can use it, it increases your healing by 5% for 18 seconds. Always good. More heals, less deaths. I honestly don't use Binding Heal very much. I don't think it's completely that useful, but to each his own, right? Dispel Magic, I need to use that a little bit more just because it dispels off of other people as well. Or it dispels off the enemy targets as well as my faction. Let's see. Leap of Faith. Leap of Faith is something you want to do in the most drastic of measures, like pulling somebody away from danger, or pulling them up to get somebody else faster instead of having to run all the way back. If you need to get them there quick, Leap of Faith, and then bam, they're there. Spirit Shell. Spirit Shell is you want to cast it at the very beginning of a fight and start spamming flash heals on somebody, because as it stacks, it becomes an absorb, not a heal. And while it's as you cast flash heal, you're putting 200k, 250k of an absorb on somebody, and that's a good amount of hits and a good amount of damage that you can take while putting out more on somebody else, and me not having to worry about healing. That's always good. I do suggest if you're going to do Spirit Shell, then you want to inner focus too. That way, at least the first flash heal, it'll force them to try and interrupt. If they're smart, they won't interrupt it because they realize you just inner focused. But if you're lucky enough, Spirit Shell somebody, inner focus, and then flash heal for that first one to make them waste their silence, and then continue doing it, and then your partner will have that much of an absorb, and then all you got to do is just worry about yourself for a couple hits. That's all, guys. This has been madbrro. a very good priest. If you have any questions, you should hit me up on Twitch. My Twitch is... My Twitch will probably be in some link somewhere down in the crotch or something. I don't know. Wherever I end up putting it. That's all, guys. Have fun.